Anywho, the last movie we watched this week, which we're definitely going to have cohesive ranks on, was Dylan's pick, that being the 2018 film Border.
God, what do you say about this movie? You've got I don't even remember what fucking country they're from. Swedish? Norwegian?
They're all the same.
It's Sweden,
whatever.
I think.
I did Sweden. Call that. I remember how I call. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it now. The Swedish, fucking TSA person who catches people. There's some subplot of child trafficking videos. She finds another guy like her, and then she experiences that she's not a human, and they do non-human things, and then find out the Troll Man is the ringleader of the child trafficking thing that they're working on, so the subplot has meaning again.
Fun fact, so the writer completely made up the idea of a he-sit, which was the fake baby. Mm-hmm. And the reason he did that, because he couldn't think of a reason why trolls would be willing to part with their own children to participate in this fucking whatever.
What?
Scam. Yeah. Which, like, at that point, I'm like, why not just have them steal them without swapping them? This is a self-inflicted, like, narrative problem.
Good fun fact, Tanner. What's your rank, though?
I am at a B-.
Oh, Dylan, how about yourself?
I gave it a flat B.
Oh, Jackson, how about yourself?
Dude, I don't know. I'm right now at a C+, but I am not crazy about that rank.
Yeah,
I didn't particularly like this film. I'm a C-.
How did I still end up being the highest on this movie?
How unexpected, honestly, that Dylan and I are.
How are the two fucking big old dummies who love themselves some big blowy up action movies the ones who are into the art house film?
I know, right?
I figured I was being nice to this movie, rating it a B.
You are.
Fair enough.
For me, I just found this film really interesting. I really like our main character. She's very compelling, and it's enjoyable to watch her go through this story and whatnot. And I think the story is pretty interesting as well. I'll be honest, and this might be surprising, I'm not huge on the troll reveal. I think I maybe would prefer if she was just like an ugly woman who can, smell people's emotions or something. I think making them trolls actually kind of takes something away from the message and the story overall.
I could see that. I definitely felt the same way. I was when they introduced the whole troll thing, I was kind of like, yeah, I guess that's a easy segue into why like they both are the way they are, I suppose. This movie was certainly strange. It had its moments for sure, and it was insanely slow paced, but I wouldn't consider this movie a slog, because I'm definitely like the biggest like stan on like if a movie's slow, I don't find it particularly entertaining.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
And it's shot well. The acting, I mean, there's not really much to do. It's, the acting was good. The inclusion of wildlife, I do think one part that was a little silly is when the fox was in the window. Up close, it's like the fox, and they zoom out from like presumably the door of the bedroom. You see the fox, and it's very clearly just a puppeted fox doing weird movements. Anyway. But, yeah, I think it introduced some interesting concepts, like, one small one to point out here is, like, she's driving this couple to the hospital, and she starts coming to a stop, and we're like, oh, she's being a weirdo again, and they're like, we're kind of in a hurry, and she's like, hold on a minute, and, like, the two deer cross the road or whatever. I don't know, it was, like I said, this movie plays with some interesting concepts, and I liked it, and how they almost organically reintroduce plots in the movie, or, like, whatever, I don't really even know what I'm saying anymore. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to give a coherent, like, review of this movie, so I'm gonna pass the torch.
You know what? The sadness, Terrifier, Border, I figured it out. Tanner just likes looking at gross things on the screen. That's what it is. That's what he gets his rocks off to.
Is this really what your criticism amounts to? The main character who's supposed to be ugly is ugly?
A lot of things that happen in this film are gross and disgusting. I just don't like seeing it. That's the thing, Tanner. I think I sent a message to you guys, but yeah, this film gave me like a loss of appetite after watching it. I was not into it whatsoever.
Were you retching? Because that's what the sadness did to me.
No.
Well,
no.
you're not quite there yet, buddy.
It just made me very uncomfortable, and I didn't like it one bit.
Yeah, I definitely think there were some scenes in this movie we could have gone without, but they're in it, so what are we gonna do about it? Jackson?
Yeah, I think this movie was strange, unsurprisingly. I'm with you guys. I never felt like bored or anything behind it, but I don't know if I'm crazy about where the plot went. Like with Tanner, I feel like the troll reveal is a little obvious. It kind of felt like they were just bringing up supernatural stuff for like a wow factor thing without much point. And you could obviously just be, you gotta accept who you are as a person or something. I don't know if they're just trying to be some like really fucking basic metaphor for that, but the plot.
That's always what these fucking things are, though. It's always, you should accept who you are. Just be yourself. But the message always ends up being be yourself because you just so happen to have special abilities that make you good at something.
Yeah.
That's what every fucking movie is. Look at your High School Musicals. Look at your fucking Disney Channel movies and bullshit, okay?
Yeah, maybe I'm just missing something, but genuinely it really does just seem that basic. And I will say, I think the movie is well shot. It's a good to look at movie. I think it's effective with its cinematography specifically for that purpose. I think the acting is solid overall. I think the makeup design is good. Their horribly grotesque looking bodies and faces, I think, looked very natural. Never really felt anything wrong with it. And they're just in like a beautiful setting. Like, oh my god, I want to go like visit there or some shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not crazy about where the movie went, and I really just take it as like it's just some weird European movie with good cinematography like they normally have.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish her like being involved in the pedophile investigation was a bit more prominent. It feels like it's a random thing where it's like, okay, she does, a 5-minute investigation scene every 20 minutes of the movie or something. Like, it's very sidelined, in my opinion, which is weird because it becomes like the whole reason for the big conflict at the very end.
Right, and that's kind of what I was getting at with my whole subplot explanation during the summary. They treat it like a subplot, and like even with the couple who just had their baby, it's almost like at the end of it they wanted you to realize that there was a connection there. And, after it happens, obviously, like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. He's aware that they have a new baby. He's probably gonna, whatever. But, yeah, it's weird. They're like, trying to connect dots before they need to happen, almost, without the proper setup.
Anyways, trolls are trans.
Yeah, dude, oh my god, what an interesting thing to include in your movie.
Mm-hmm.
Her clit becomes a penis.
It sure does.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fuck, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. They're having awesome sex.
Shout out to that other border agent for misgendering him.
I was gonna say that was some crazy. When that part came up, I knew like there was some supernatural shit going on with the movie. We just hadn't heard it yet. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to like. That sounds really bad. You guys know what I mean. You watch the movie. Fuck you.
I was just assuming that they were both like they were like twins or some shit that got separated at birth.
I was thinking that as well the whole time.
Oh, well.
Like maybe that scar was like they were Siamese twins.
Maybe he's an evil twin.
I assumed that it was something supernatural, like I had said.
I was like initially thinking like, oh, are these people who just like, randomly happen to have a bit more Neanderthal DNA than the average person or something? Yeah. I do really wish that it was just, no, she's ugly and she has to, like, figure out how to navigate life like that. I think that'd be more interesting than, she's a mythical creature.
Not even gonna lie, Tanner, I also at some point was like, is the story here gonna be like, she is, like, part of, like, she has, like, some Neanderthal special DNA thing going on? And that's what makes her different. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength here.
They were great hunters, so it gives her an excellent sense of smell.
Now, do you guys... I find myself thinking this a lot. In movies like this, do you think... Because they can replace it, usually, in between shots. Do you think they were actually eating bugs in this movie? Because there weren't a lot of cuts in between the bugs in their hands and going into their mouths. I'm going to be completely honest.
They 100% were.
Okay. The mealworms definitely... I mean, you can make realistic looking fake bugs that are made out of like, paper mache or whatever the fuck.
I guess it's, usually with that stuff there's like cuts or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. It's just something I think about a lot.
Yeah. I'm sticking at my B-.
I'm chilling at a C- myself to counteract Tanner's.
I'll counteract Tanner. You should be counteracting me, which at this point doesn't matter because me and Tanner seem to have the same thoughts. I'm also gonna go B-. Jackson?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm horribly fucking up fixing the ranks. Yeah, I'm sticking at my C+, and it lands at a C+. How exciting.
Wowza.
Wow.
Holy smokes.